Hey everyone, welcome back to Build Level 0, where every kit is a new level. I'm Zero, and today we're tackling the HG Gundam aerial rebuild. Full disclosure, this one's already vaulted into my personal top 3 Gundams. Right alongside Tall Geese, Barbatos, and unfortunately Heavy Arms got booted down to number 4. So let's see why this became an instant favorite in just one build. Prior to this year, I didn't know anything about the Witch from Mercury. Apparently it came out in 24 and is now one of my all-time favorite Gundam series. This aerial rebuild was my first kit from that show, and let me tell you, it won't be my last. Between the backpack, the silhouette, the beam rifle, and the cool blue beam sabers, that was a combination that was irresistible to me. And that's even before we talk about the permit score decals. For a more seasoned builder, the head frame probably went really quick. I felt it took me about 20 to 30 minutes, but I was taking my time when I was putting the decals on, and that always slows me down. Overall, it was pretty simple. Clear visors, snap-on sides, V-fin, click. Probably take you about 5 minutes if you were a little faster than me. When you do get to the eyes, you get to choose between 2 colors, whether it's green or red. I opted for the red eye color over the green stock because how could you not? The red instantly ups Ariel's attitude. But always choose what you prefer to go with yourself. Building Ariel's torso went really smooth. It layers really nicely, and the color separation really just jumps out at you. Some of the really cool gimmicks, if they're called that in this case, is the fact that you get to really choose and personalize Ariel to your own build style, straight out of the box. Choosing eye color, permit mode, or whether you want the bits attached to her or not, I found really cool. This is not normal for a lot of the kits that I've done so far. It's been a lot of basic stuff. If you could call any Gundam in any grade basic, that is. Building different kits from different generations of the Gunpla hobby, you could really see the progression in engineering that Bandai's done. Here on Build Level 0, we stand by the philosophy that every kit is a new level, learning new things and learning new skills with every kit. If you follow my videos, you'll notice that I shy away from panel lining quite often. We'll get there in time, but all that being said, with Ariel, there's really not a lot of panel lining that needs to be done. But Ariel will probably be the first kit that I really get into panel lining with. With panel lining, I could see how Ariel will really stand out on the shelf. Another really cool thing about this kit, you get these cool permit score panels you put on under the clear parts on the torso, and it reflects really nicely in the light. This is the first reason she made it into my top 3. The arms, much like the head and torso, went very smooth for me. I'm really starting to sense a common theme here with how easy this kit feels to build. If, like me, Ariel's a favorite for you, why don't you go ahead and share with me your favorite part of the build, or a snapshot of Ariel in your favorite pose. But getting back to my review, I'm definitely starting to see that I'm getting a little more comfortable cutting more pieces out with my kits, and I am starting to see a little bit faster on my build times. And you'll see a little bit of that here as I cut out the pieces and put each side on its own side of my mat and separating them out in complete sections. Typically where I do this the most is in the arms and in the legs. I still find that it's easier to do them mirrored and at the same time. But with each kit under my belt, I'm noticing that I'm getting a little faster. So talking about speed, you can really see in Ariel's arms as they start to come together how she's built for speed and light and fast combat. I know I'm not that far into the build, but it's right about here where I'd tell you that this is a highly recommended kit. I really enjoyed building this Ariel. Following theme in what's becoming reason number 2 why Ariel's one of my favorites, as it's a very easy kit to build. With each cut in each section of the legs, From the hip joint polycaps to the knees and ankles, you could really get a sense for how much articulation, posability, and how well she'll do standing on her own. And I know I've said it a lot, but I'll continue to say it. Ariel is a very smooth and easy build. This could be personal bias because I felt that everything was going so well and smooth, and I had so few or minimal issues or errors during building Ariel. And knowing that high grades aren't the hardest or most difficult kits out there, I like to practice and hone my skills with them. And if, like me, you're new to this hobby or heavily addicted to it, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button? I greatly appreciate it. Ariel's legs only really have two major problem points that I saw. These weren't problems from the kit, they were problems that I had. I did struggle briefly with the yellow knee vents a little bit, and as usual with the color match decals, making sure they looked nice, for the little green reflectors on the thigh. All that being said, I am a rookie builder with less than 3 months under my belt doing this, and even less with my videos and voiceovers. I know I'll get better at this too in time. So as I ramble through this review, I can't say enough good things about the Ariel kit for the rebuild. I definitely see how people fell in love with this kit and this Gundam. From iconic moments in the anime to posability and shelf presence, Ariel's just a phenomenal build. If you want to see the whole build and in real time, I'll be releasing that video simultaneously with this one as well. So go ahead and check that one out. It is about 2 hours long and will be good to have in the background while you build your kits too. It won't have any dialogue, but you are welcome to build along with me. With Ariel's waist, I really have nothing else to add other than it went very smooth, it was very clean and easy to put together. But up next is where she got her real personality for me. And that's with Ariel Rebuild's iconic backpack. Following suit, like everything else in this build, it went together very cleanly and smoothly. The color separation of the yellows, grays, and blues really just pop. However, there are a couple pieces that require extensive and large color match decals on part of the wings. I did find this enjoyable to put on, and I took my time and they came out very clean. The weapon segment's going to be pretty short and brief. She comes with 2 beam sabers and a massive beam rifle that you connect to the torso and attach all the bits to. This looks really cool when posing, and is reason number 3 that Ariel kicked heavy arms out of my top 3. If you made it this far and enjoy what we're doing here on Build Level 0, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. On Build Level 0, we don't have a point system. We have commendations. These are special awards that kits could get for different unique aspects that each kit brings to the table. But not all kits are created equal. So let's review the criteria for each of the awards. FrameCheck is for engineering. This includes unique or interesting design elements. SightLine is for visuals and anything that makes the kit stand out. Lastly, we have EngageCore. This is purely for how much fun the kit is to build. And if it's all three, a kit gets ZeroPoint. This is for a standout performance in each of the categories. So let's see how Ariel stands up to this criteria. Ariel earns FrameCheck for smooth articulation everywhere, especially in the neck and elbows. She earns SightLine for the eye choice, darker gray panels, and permit score decals. And she does earn EngageCore for how fun she was to build and all the gimmicks that are included in the box. Since she hits all three, we unlocked ZeroPoint, an all-time favorite build that belongs in every collection. If you're into leveling up with simpler HGs, the Ariel rebuild is a no-brainer, especially if you love the Witch from Mercury as much as I do. Thanks for building with me. Drop your thoughts on your own top 3 Gundams in the comments. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next review. I'm Zero, and as always, level cleared.